I almost forgot to add myself to the stage. I'm like, "Where am I? Hi, hi. Hi, Chuck." I decided to go early because nobody ever comes in this early. Maybe the East Coast people would like to watch a live before midnight or 10 PM, huh? Wouldn't that be nice? And I thought, "Well, I have some time right now, so let's do it. Let's do this." Let me see. I haven't had a chance to do some adjustments here, so let me make sure I've got this all set up right. I believe so. I believe so. Well, hello. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer, I saw the picture of you with your top. Was that, the colors look like the one from Hooker vs. Hooker. Is that what you made that for? You can't hear me. Okay, Jennifer can hear me, so it's just you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a good reason to watch the replay then. So are you gonna do the one that I picked? Are you gonna do the water on top of the water or under the water? Are you gonna make something? I thought I should since I picked the project, but I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. He's doing good. If I don't let him run around too much, his arthritis doesn't seem to bother him. But they just had so much fun that day. I took them out and let them run around. They haven't done it for a long time, and I guess I just can't do that. I just have to take him on walks. I can't let him run free because he does way too much. Who did I see? Who showed their project? Somebody showed a sketch. They were going to do an anglerfish. That looked very cool. Um, the colors could be challenging, but there's a lot of things underwater you see in those colors. Yeah. Coral fish can be a light shade, a dark shade. Um, I don't know. I I I've been working on so many different things. I just cleaned up my area over here where I've been throwing everything. I separated out balls of yarn that I've already started using, so they're kind of separate. They're not a full ball. And then full balls that I've brought over here, I moved them somewhere else. And I've got my 70s project over here in a bag so that I can grab that. It's a big bag because it's got 7 balls of yarn in it. And then I have a poncho that I've been working on that I haven't been working on that I would like to finish for maybe next winter or for the end of the year winter. Next winter. Yeah, that would be next winter. End of the year winter. It's red and white. I don't know if I would want to wear it. I mean, something you can wear in the house when it's chilly, but we're almost done being chilly here. Um, and then then I have another bag of things down there that I could work on if I feel like it. I like to have it handy because otherwise then I'll have to get up and I won't go get it. Yeah, I'm lazy that way. So, because I don't have anybody to go get anything for me. Hey, when I was a kid, I could have them get me a drink. My son never argued, never complained about getting me anything. Could you do this? Could you? Never having a problem. And I'm like, now I have to do it myself. I need one of them little robots that they have that go do things for you. Oh, let's see. Yes, I would like everybody to pay attention to the weather in their area. They said there's going to be about 70 million people affected tomorrow and Saturday by weather going across the country. You're sunny. It doesn't look like nothing's going to happen, but I think you better look at the map. Dallas, you're supposed to get weather. And I hear there's fires in Houston. Oh my God, look at that weather. 86 with 12 mile per hour. That's like perfect. Oh wow. It's almost like summer's there already. That's beautiful. All we need is Deb to show up and see if hers is any better than yours. Arizona sounds pretty nice. Yeah. I think it's affordable to live there too. It's not too far from Vegas or California. It might be a nice place to go. Ours actually sounds nice, but it's not that nice. I'll put it in here and you can see it. Hi, Ivy. Welcome. You guys see that I put up a quick and easy project yesterday, and it's a cowl. Now, I started making this cowl, and it was very small, so I added stitches to it. So I don't know if it was because my hook was too small. I used that orange yarn. I'll show it to you guys when I show you my stuff. But it was like, it was pretty small. It didn't stretch. Now so I'm thinking it could be a headband, actually. I could leave it a headband, an ear warmer thing, because I like to wear those instead of whole hats. So I might just leave it, make it a little shorter where it's at right now. Just reduce the top a little bit so it'll just be an ear warmer. Let me see here. I was going to put my weather. See what it says. See if it's right. Because I always check my Echo device for the weather, and she's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's right. It should be higher humidity because we are getting drizzles, and there is going to be snow in the mountains, and it's going to be going over the mountain. And we're going to get 2 waves. The first wave's going over, and you guys are going to get it, I think, Friday night. They said that if there's really bad tornado winds, it's going to be at night, which is a bad thing because people don't see it. So, yeah, please check your weather coming up. Your next, are you doing a crochet along, Jennifer? Are you joining in on something, somebody's thing? I got 2 packages today, which is one of the things I was gonna open. I was expecting my Temu bag because I bought all those crochet hooks and stuff, and the bag's this big. I guess I bought all little stuff. I'm hoping it's all in here, but I guess so. Oh, I saw that on my subscriptions, but yeah, if it's a masterpiece, I don't think I'll be joining in. I try not to do things that are too involved. Did you see the things that let's see, I don't know if you guys watch Dana Wanderlust Crochet. She's a truck driver, and she tagged people to do a video about things you want, things that are like your dream list of crochet, things you want to do. And her things were so intricate. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But there's some things that I've wanted to do, and I've done them. I made myself a cardigan. I made a regular sweater. Now, I did have a goal to recreate the baby Afghans, or the Afghans my grandparents made me. And one of them is purple, but somebody made me one that looks just like it with yarn that I sent them. So I thought, well, I didn't really make it, but somebody else made me one that looks just like it. And I still have them. I still have these. They've stayed with me my whole life, and I still have them from both grandparents. The one grandparent asked me, what color do you like? What's your favorite color? And I said purple. So she made me a purple granny square Afghan. Big, 8 11-inch squares. Let's see, how many rounds is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10 or 11 rounds. And she looks like she put together with scraps. I mean, it's sort of scraps. And the other one made me a blue variegated one. I can't find yarn like that. I have looked, and it had to, as old as it had to be like Woolworth yarn or White Front yarn or even Red Heart yarn, one of the three. And I really would like to recreate that one. And now that I know better how to crochet, I think I might be able to do it. So let's see. You say the Mythia blanket was the WIP that you sent me more. Oh, okay. The peach and mint one. Okay. Wonderful. So you mean you're going to actually, the masterpiece, it starts on Monday. What starts on Monday? You're going to be done on Monday? I did have coffee, I swear, but let me go ahead and open this up because there's lots of little stuff in here. And while I'm talking, and I'll pull out the things. I decided that since most of my crochet hooks are out with other projects, I'd get some cheap ones, buy some cheap ones from Temu of the common sizes that I don't have. And I like metal, so I picked all metal ones. Okay, that's the cane one. Okay. We're talking about two different things. Okay. It's a shawl. Awesome. I've been looking for a stitch to use to make my next sweater. And I found a stitch that I would like to do another hexicardie. And it's a lace granny, where you do the granny stitch, then you go around with a chain stitch on the next round. It's a 2-row repeat. Hi, Tina. How are you doing? I'm glad I could come on early for you so you could get to come play with us. Let's see. So you do a row of grannies, and then you do a chain, and then you do the next grannies on the chain. So it leaves it more gaps. And I thought that would be pretty for a cardigan. And I could do that in a hexi cardigan. It wouldn't be real heavy and hot. And I can use the thing I learned about making the sleeves shorter or not as wide from my other cardie that I did, because that one turned out just fine. They weren't too big. I don't like them too big. And I just have to pick a yarn. I have, and I like the stuff that color changes by itself, but I'm not sure I want to do another halo because it's just like two colors that blend into each other. It's not real exciting. It's just two colors. So I have some other things in there that I'm going to like, but I don't want really short color changes either. So I'm going to take a look and see. While I was going through my yarns, I separated all the hanks because, you have to wind hanks before you can use them. So I have all those separated, and I'm going to group them into like kinds of yarn so I can see how much I have. I might do another sweater, boat neck sweater with some of those. Kind of a scrappy thing. I might do that. Because I looked at the sweater that Deb made me, and it's very small. There's no holes in it. So I thought that would be good for some of that yarn, because it wouldn't be gapey and large. It would be DK and it would be small. That would work really good for a sweater like that I could actually wear. So let's see what I got in my Temu bag. Yeah, it's all small stuff. A lot of crochet hooks in here. Okay. Also, I got some bag straps. These were like $1 something for when you're making a purse or a bag and you don't want to crochet the strap, because I'm really bad at that. They are ugly. This is only a narrow one. It's not real wide. And it has this. This is a nice This is a nice clippy thing. It's real tight and it's heavy duty. I may go back and get more of these now that I see what it looks like. And it is adjustable. And you, oh gosh, I don't have the bag handy, I think. Maybe I do. Let me grab something. Oh my goodness. There. You use rings like these and sew them to the edges of your bag. Now this is not going to work. It's too big. But it would be better if it was a metal one. This is too high. It would be better if it was a metal one. Okay, let me adjust this. Okay, when I tap this, it moves. So it's not moving. Come on, do your thing. I'm sorry. I guess I'll just not do that then. But this, yeah, you sew this in. Now you can crochet. Hi, Dawn and Hella. Hi, Megan. Okay, that's fine. I'll be doing some stuff. If you want to see anything, you can watch the replay because I'll be showing some things and some projects and such. But yeah, this is kind of how it's designed to do. This would need to be bigger. So this should probably be rings. And this would be good. You could use the keychain rings because they're versatile. You can use them for more things with this. That's what I may do. Get some of the keychain ones because then they can be used for multiple things, plus sew them into your bag. And I think I'm going to get a bunch more of these because I really like using these for the bags. I'm really bad. If any of you know... if any of them, if you know where to get how to do the straps, or anybody has a thing to do really good straps on a bag, I've been looking and I haven't found anything. A recommendation would be good because then you guys would have already known it was a good one. So I did get 2 of these white ones, but apparently it's not going to work with this. This is too thick. So I will be looking for thinner ones to use with these, but these come in all kinds of different colors and they're only $1 something. Really good metal on these. I like it. And they're sewn well. Says white. It is looks a little like dingy white, but okay. I'm gonna have to put this stuff somewhere. I don't have anywhere to put it at the moment, so we'll put it over here. Okay. Let's see, chat. It's like your Chuck, it's like your faucets when you're trying to get them to drip. Hi, Lori. Hi. Yeah, I had some time and I said, you know what? I just got a couple packages. Let me come on because nobody ever comes on this early for people who are on the East Coast and available. So I thought, well, you know what? Let me just do it now. I have a couple packages to open. Oh, a macrame stitch. Okay. Yeah, that's true. You mean for the strap? Yeah. Now, if I'm doing an acrylic bag, can I do the macrame stitch in acrylic? Okay, let me keep going in the bag here. Lori, what's coming on later tonight? Who's going to be on? It's Thursday. Do you have your list, your calendar? I don't. See what else is in here. I picked up some stuff. Oh, when I was sorting out my area, I had a lot of stuff that I had gotten for diamond painting because, you know, of course, when you start thinking you're going to do something, you buy a whole bunch of crap for it. So I have a box and I've put everything that is related to the diamond painting in it. So when I'm ready to do it, I will be able to pull out what I want to do. Okay, let's see. Happy Meal, Happy Dance. Yay. Okay. Megan, have you checked leather supply places? They have rectangular shaped. Okay, no, I haven't. But when I was doing my research for the 70s, leather bags and things were the big thing, Tandy leather. Yeah, I made one. I made a belt with my name on it. I made a bag. I was looking at wallet kits. Those are very expensive though. And I had we had classes, in each class you did different things. And so I was thinking about what things did I do in junior high, because that's when it was the 70s. And we did some pottery. We made some pottery and then they fired it. And let me see here. Make sure you watch Camille's live from last night. It's about the cardigan challenge. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I did see it. Yes, I'm aware of that. Thank you for reminding. Yes, Jennifer, you need to be aware of that as well. Macrame has done a different cording sort of thing. Has it to say one way or the other on acrylic? Stretchy. Oh, this is too long. Okay, it's stretchy and useless as a belt. Okay. Yes, old belts. I have always heard Crystal talk about how she goes to the thrift stores and sees purses to reuse the hardware. And I've thought about asking her to do a video about that, unless she's already done one. How she goes out, what she looks for when she's looking at the old purses, and then how she reuses the hardware that's on them onto her new projects. I would love to see somebody do that. I've never seen that. I should send her an email. Apparently she reads them. That's what Laura says, because she made the funny hat for her. So I should send her an email and ask her if she's done that. Okay, you have to work tonight by 8, Jennifers. They are done sending me tapes to transcribe, but they are telling me until about 8. Okay, 8 a.m. Megan, your parents owned a leather shop in the 70s in Tandy. Yes, it does. I know. I was searching for things. It's amazing. They must only do mail order now, because they used to have leather stores. I remember going with my dad to pick up a project. I remember that. And then we would have all the little, in the classroom, we had all the little stamps. And then we had the little daubers with the dye. Yeah, I remember doing all that. I wanted to do that, but you have to have all the supplies. And I think the supplies would cost more, that buying it would be more, wouldn't be worth it if I bought all the stuff. The yarn starts more than halfway through the live. Could use the horse belt as a bag handle. You mean a reins? Dawn and Hala, did they do recycling the hardware, or was it? Oh, I know there's a lot of videos out there on doing straps. I've been looking, and I have some saved, but I did do a braided one. I didn't like it. I did try one of them, and I didn't like the way it looked. So Lori's working on your pie video. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to confuse you, because I may be using numbers. Just saying. I don't get confused. Who was it? Oh, Michelle was talking about brown pie in her video yesterday that I watched, her expressions video. You didn't realize they had stores. My parents would get the catalogs. Yeah, I remember there being a store that I went to with my dad. Candy Leather. Their leather tools went into a personal property auction. Oh my god. Yeah. I used to have I used to golf before I had a family, and I kept everything. I carried everything with me forever. I still have some of the stuff that I carried around forever. And so when me and my husband and my son moved into this one house, this rental, there was a shed in the back, and my golf clubs were in there. And my son got into my golf clubs and just destroyed them. And then the goat got into the shed, and all my Princess house and my Avon was in there. And so I have a few pieces left, but I've had to get rid of most of it. Yeah, when I moved to Utah, I finally think I got rid of most of it. I had to give things to people that would appreciate it. I got rid of all my Beanie Babies. I gave them to some guy that I knew that would appreciate them. And some cooking appliances I gave to a guy that has a big family, who has a lot of parties. And I just had to give away almost all my things. My thought is, let me get rid of it if I can replace it. If I can't replace it, then I might have to take it with me, like family things I brought with me. So, and as I am in Utah moving, I will probably be moving at least once or 3 or 4 times. I'm looking at things. Okay, if I move, I can throw that out because I can replace that. So I only buy stuff really cheap. That way I don't have to worry about moving it. I can just throw it out. And then maybe I won't need it. I won't really need it. And I buy things that are buildable. You know what I mean? Like shelving that comes apart so it goes flat. And I use that for storing my stuff because it comes apart, so I can move it easier. And all my yarns in clear plastic bags and yada yada. Crochet straps. Now, is it the you have to single crochet them? Do you do it vertical or a horizontal? Any crochet strap takes a long time. I know that I've done some. Okay, let's see. You remember Tandy? Dawn remembers Tandy from ads and magazines. They had it made. Yes. I think the big thing with straps is you need something that doesn't stretch. Yeah. I made my bestie bag out of the t-shirt yarn, kind of a t-shirt yarn with 4 or 5 different colors. That I was making that for somebody else. So I really did that one the right way. And it took me a couple months to do that. So, but I did it the right way. I did the handles the right way. I added accoutrements onto it, and that was a gift for her. And it was actually really heavy. It was like 2 pounds, just the bag by itself, because it was all t-shirt yarn. It was a good bag. I really liked the bag. Megan, your grandparents were great at buying stuff that could collapse. It still is rocking chair. Oh my goodness. Yeah, things that fold. My couch is a futon, so if my son somebody came to stay with me, they could sleep on it, but it's now broken, so I've stood on it and bended it. So when I leave, that frame will be trash because I can replace it for $120. So hi Linda, how are you? You're monitoring us, huh? You gonna come play with me? You gotta go play with Camille later. So, anyway, I was saying that I have stuff when I was gonna diamond paint. I've got all my stuff together for my diamond painting. I put it all in one spot, and I picked up a few things. I've got like some washi tape. This is a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Isn't it always like that? But this is washi tape to hold down the cover on it or to section it out. And then I think this is tape that you use on the edges to hold your thing down, your mat. Let's see. There's some stuff in here making noises. And then I have a bunch of crochet hooks. So I got a bunch of the small size. Now, I don't know if these are going to be any good till I start using them. But I got this one, ergonomic handle. I got this in a 5 and a 5.5. Because all these sizes are with my projects. Because that's the size I was doing when I first started crocheting. And all my WIPS are put away and I left the hooks with them. So I'm getting some more normal sizes. So those two are the same. And this is the same. That's a 6 with the ergonomic handle. This looks like a tulip, a 5.5. Do not know if it's a knockoff, if it's the real thing. Have no way to know that. Looks exactly like a tulip, but these were all under $2. If it is just like the tulip I have, I'm going to go get me some more. This would be aluminum. Oh man, I got my stuff just in the nick of time. All stuff's made in China and I didn't have to pay 25% extra. This would be, what's it say it is? 6. This is a 6. It's got a little thicker handle. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I did get some more metal needles because I find I do like the metal ones better than the plastic ones. So I will be keeping some of the plastic ones that have the real big eyes on them because I need that for some of the thick yarn. But I'm really liking these with the bent tips. There's another one of these, and this one happens to be, these come in at 2 to 10. And I have a lot of large sizes. This is a 6.5. Now those look the same. That's kind of a bummer. Hard to tell those apart. They look like the same print. But I guess I'll just have to look at the number to know what it is. And let's see. There's another one. I got one like this. This one has a little long. This one's a little longer. I was watching Cinnamon Stitches. She was talking about her Omi and Furls and some other new knockoff and kind of reviewing them. And she was talking about the longer ones. And this one's a little longer. The short ones, I have small hands, but I still have the same issue. If it's not long enough, it annoys me because it digs into my palm. And hi, Kaylee. Nice to see ya. Just going over some stuff I bought and some projects. This would be a 6. This one's a little pointier on the top. I was just working on that cowl and I was using a Furls. Your garlic is coming up. Oh, awesome. Could probably do garlic in the house, huh? That would smell good. This one's a little pointier. The one I was doing for my cowl wasn't very pointy, and I was looking for a pointy one. And all the furls are a little round on top. And I did mine did not turn out. It did not look the same way other people's did. So I don't think I did the right back loop because I don't have the big knob in the front. I just have a little knob in the front. So I don't think I did it right. And this is the same one in a 5 of the flowered one. And I bought some of this tacky tape, which I watched several diamond painting videos. The person I watched does not like the wax. She says she has to replace the wax way too many times in her hook, in her pen, and it's really annoying to her because when she does a big one, she has to replace it. So she says what she does, she will take sticky dots or tacky tape and put that in her pen, and it lasts a long time. So I got this tacky tape, and all you have to do is dig it out with a needle or something if you want to change it. So I do have several, and it is soft. And I do have several different kinds of pens that I have put in my thing, which I might go over some of that stuff when I start doing my diamond dot painting. Go over some of the things that I have for that because I've not done it before. I thought it was really fun watching Lori and Camille do it for the first time. That was very entertaining. If you haven't seen that video, oh, actually it was live, which was fun. Neither one of them knew what they were doing. And you know what? That's good entertainment. Yes, it is. It's fun to watch people try to figure stuff out. Thank you, Tina. You love the hooks. Yeah. Megan, I don't do well with house plants either. Every place I live is dark. And I even had a lucky bamboo plant and it died because it was under my heater vent. I didn't realize it. And the heat, when it turned on, it would blow on it and it killed it. So, oh, you know what? I should have kept that bag. Put the stuff back in the bag. Okay, let's do that real quick. And then I'll get those. I'm going to take one of each kind and work with it and see if I like it. That way I will know if I want to buy more of them in different sizes. Put all this stuff in there. Okay. All right. And I had something else I brought out here. Most bamboo has rings. Well, this is bamboo that just goes in, it's the stuff you buy in the Chinese market. It just sits in water. And yeah, it can rot. It rots, it dries out, it rots and dries. It dries out when you don't water it. But you put it in something clear, you can see if there's water, but then the roots get inside. And I've had some that lasted a while, but then once I brought it here, I set some up. It was the heater vent. I could get some more, but I could probably put one back here, I think. I might do that. They have those money trees and the lucky bamboo. That would look nice back here if I could make sure there's no heat blowing on it. I had something I wanted to show you guys and ask your opinion. I had some yellow like this, and I found this pink. Now, this is either bubblegum pink or Pepto-Bismol pink, depending on your experience in life. What do you see this as? Or do you see it with something as something? With another color as something? There's 660 yards. Each one has 220 yards in it. And I love the color. But my mind is just all in one area at the moment because of the projects I'm working on. Should I just keep it handy and use it for a quick and easy project? Or, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if 660 yards would be enough for a top to mix this with another color. Because, when I do solids, I get bored doing the same color all the time. No color work. I don't do mosaic. Now, using this in a corner to corner might be pretty with another color. I have probably some purples I could use with this. White and a blanket. Okay. This would be really pretty with a real bright white. A blanket, but color work as far as changing colors is okay, but not mosaic. I tried one. I started one with the other girls and it just did not work out. And it wasn't even a real mosaic. It was a fake mosaic and I didn't like it. I threw it away. Yes, I have this in the yellow and the pink. I think I have a purple too, unless I gave it to you. I don't know. I might have sent it to somebody. This is a 4. It's a 4. And so it's 660 yards of a 4. And it's really pretty and it's really soft. It's 100% acrylic. It's called Bonbon Classic in another language. There's another language on here. Orgu Kifini Yasain. I don't know, Dutch or something. Oh, in scraps of beauty with Easter egg colors. Easter egg colors are nice because that's, whenever I smell vinegar, I think of Easter. Oh, that's Japanese. Oh, okay. I think it says it's a 3, but it's not. It's a 4 for sure. Because there's a 3 down here on the bottom, but I recognize a 4 when I see one. Well, there's a telephone number. How interesting. Nako.com. So Nako, that must be Japanese. So anyway, this was something I brought out because I just happened to see it while I was looking for some other yarn. Yeah, I think bright white and pink would look good. But then what to do with it? I don't know. I just, maybe a project will pop up and I'll think, oh, that pink will be just like the orange. Just like the orange. The pumpkin hat. I finally found a place to use the orange. Maybe I'll hang on to this, keep it handy, and I'll finally say, oh, this will be perfect. Let's see, pastel pink, light purple, light yellow, and pastel green. Okay. I have another option. I am going to probably make a rug or a wall hanging, and I have something in mind for that, but not the pink. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Megan, I agree. I have I actually don't need anything. I'm just, I don't have to play along with anything, but I should play along. I never did the wall hanging. I had started working on it and then I got caught up in other things. Hooker versus hooker. I never did the wall hanging. Ooh, Linda. Yeah, I know. I've been wanting to do a top-down sweater like that. Pink and blue. Little handbag. Okay. Sometimes I would just randomly crochet something and turn it into something. But lately I've been actually doing stuff on purpose. But like that bag, I knew I wanted to make it smaller because I didn't want it to take that long. Yeah, I think I'm going to just set it over here. I have an open shelf and eventually something will say, oh, use me. Use me. I know that'll happen. So now you guys watch Crafting Kitty, right? And you watch her Management Mondays, right? And she's clearing out all of her cubbies and deciding what she wants to do with the yarn that's in her cubbies, right? So she did one a week or two ago and said, oh, this is going to go in the giveaway box. This is going to go in the giveaway box. And I'm like, I want that. I have that. I have projects in mind for that. So I emailed her to ask her if she'd like to do a swap because I want that yarn. So she said, sure. So she's going to get it. It was novelty yarn. I'll tell you, it was like novelty yarn. So it wasn't like Malabrigo or something. It's stuff that probably nobody would be happy if they got it, but I like that kind of stuff. I like weird stuff. And I have a thing in my head that I want to make, an idea that I think I've seen somebody else do it, but I have an idea and I want to see if it's going to work. And I need some yarn for that. Let's see, Granny Square project bag. That would look pink and white would look really, yeah. I'm liking it with the white. Megan, any of the color options you've mentioned would look good in the bee hooked baby blanket. I have some Tunisian hooks. I think Tunisian would be easier for me than the mosaic stuff because it's all on one hook. I think I could do that. I also saw Nastasia and some other people do working 2 rows at a time. Yeah. I saved those. I'm like, really? It was a mesh stitch. You could work as many rows as you wanted at a time in a mesh stitch. Who knew? You could finish your project real fast. So I may practice with that a little bit. So, anywho, I asked Erin if she wanted to do a swap, trade some yarn, and she said yeah. She mentioned it on one of her videos that she got the package and she didn't know when she was going to open it, but I got hers today, so I'm going to open it and show you what I wanted that I asked for that she sent me. No Tunisian hooks required. It's a max of 8 or 9. Oh, okay. 8 or 9 would be okay. Oh, really? Interesting. Oh, so it's Tunisian, but I don't need Tunisian hooks. I'll have to take a look. Be hooked. Okay, yeah, I have her on my subscriptions. So this, I don't know if she sent anything else other than what I asked for, but yeah, I have some ideas in my head, and what she didn't want was something that I could definitely add to my to-do list with the other things I'm going to be working on. And you guys may be surprised at what it was that I wanted. Yeah, but just be glad that it didn't show up in the bag that you got from her. Because I got it. Okay. She got some loop yarn. This one's off the hook. And I remember getting these in some of the mystery bags that we got from, I think, was it Mary Maxim? I think the bags. And I got the bright colors. These were more of the muted pastel colors. This one, this is like pastel Easter. This is kind of like pastel Easter colors, sort of. But she sent me 2 of these. And people get these in their bags. They don't really want them. But I have a project in my head that I think I can do with this. Actually, 2 different projects that I've seen other people do that I think I can do something. So, and it's not doing it the normal way, it's doing it a different way. That's what makes it so interesting. So, I got some of these in different colors. That's a different colors than what I already have. I have the one with the really bright colors. And that's enough to do a project. So these, now I don't know if you remember, she got these. They were in her cupboard. It's Willow Yarns Honeybee. And it's very, very thick. It looks to be spun. I don't know what's inside of it, but I don't think it's blown. It might be spun and blown, but I think it's roving with a spun outside. And this color is nutshell. And there is 2 of these. Says, I believe it says it's a 7, which it doesn't even matter. Oh, it says it's a 5. But I love this yarn. I love these yarns for the baskets, for I am thinking of a rug. What does it say? What kind is it? I got to make sure I know what it is. Okay, acrylic, nylon, and wool. Nylon for strength, acrylic for softness, and wool just because it's warm, right? So this is the kind of stuff I like to work with. She didn't see herself making anything with it, but it says to use an 6.5 millimeter, and I say no to 6.5 millimeter. I say 7 or 8 or even 9, possibly. This, okay, here's a spot that's sort of been stretched a little bit, which kind of shows that it's sort of netted and around stuff that's on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. Is it going to focus? I have no idea if it's going to focus. Okay. But this is nutshell. And then the other one, the other 2 she had was more of a gold color. Let me see. What's it say? Vintage gold. So there are 4 of these, which would make how many yards? 216 yards. And this also is going to sit here for a little bit until I decide what I want to do with it. It's not going to make a big project, but big enough because it's fat yarn. These would be very cool sweaters for the dogs because of the wool. and them not being having it be spun. This would make very cute sweaters for the dogs. If I put sweaters on them. They're very hard to put sweaters on, but this would be really warm. I could make this into like a dog blanket or something. It's not stiff. If I wanted this stiff, I think I would have to stitch it tight. Hi, Rudy Fern. So what does everybody like to do? Do you like to count from 0 to 99 or 0 to 100? I like to go to 100. Oh, spun and blown. Apparently spun is like a shell on the outside, and then blown is there's stuff inside of it. That's my understanding of it. It's like there's stuff blown inside of it. It's like fluffy from what I think. How was year 43 and 18? I wasn't born then. 18? 18 was good. 18 was good. 43, I wasn't born. But it was a good year because I think one of my parents was born, so that means I'm here. So that would have been a good year. Yeah, I know, Jennifer. I have a lot of it too. But hang on to it because you might want to make a project the way I'm going to make a project. I've been looking. I've been looking for them. So actually, I could email you and tell you maybe you might like to do one of them. I mean, it's a different way to use the yarn. I don't really want to do it the normal way. I have another way that I like to use it and see if it works. So, alrighty. This was the swap with me and Erin. I'm sure she was happy to get that off her hands and not have to send it to somebody who was very unhappy with it when they got it. So now when she gets my yarn, I sent her some, she likes little stuff because she does socks and things. So I sent her some little stuff that she would like and use, which I won't use. So there you go. And if she doesn't like it, she can give it away. She was going to give this away anyway. So, I always say that even if you send somebody a gift, it's not a bad gift because they can pass it along to somebody else. So I was taught, always be gracious, always say thank you, never say you already have one. My parents taught me that day. Somebody gives you something as a gift, don't say, oh, I already have that, but thanks. No, don't say that. Just be grateful you got it. Be nice, gracious, and then do whatever you want with it. Once it's yours, you can do whatever you want with something. Just be nice about it. So, anywho, that was how I was taught anyway. But then there were some things my mother let me do that were questionable, that she should never have let me do. Ask one of my aunts if I can have her rocking chair when she died. Yeah, she let me do that. She was an old aunt, granted. But looking back, I asked my mother and she let me do it. She shouldn't let me do that. Okay, let's see. Okay, thank you, Dawn. Yes, anything will help if it's a good strap. I would like to have a good pattern to fall back onto. Part 2 of Pi Day is filmed. Now I can listen and crochet the other parts. What about part 1? You mean we're going to have to wait? You're going to do it in 3 episodes? That's not fair. Thank you. I thought it was beautiful when I saw it, but she couldn't see herself using it, but I can. It's got wool in it and nylon, which makes it durable and warm. So, and I live in a cold climate. And even if I did a basket or a bag with it, it would be maybe something that doesn't need to be washed because it has wool. It could make a good basket. I might have some stuff coming up in my quick and easy that I can use for it. That cowl. Today's cowl that I put up yesterday. That would be perfect for that. Just make it long and have it keep going. You can put a hood on it, put some fur around the edge. Yeah, that would look gorgeous. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. That's what I mentioned to Michelle. Sometimes I do that when I'm doing my Zoom. Zoom has a pause feature where I can pause the video. And what I'll do is I'll pause it and then I'll do something. And then when I go to edit it, I just break it apart and make separate videos and save it as separate videos. But I film it all at one time. So it makes it easier for me because instead of having to do it over a long period of time, I just do everything all at one time. Like that one I did that had no sound. I did all those at one time too. Yeah, that sucked. Now I check my sound before I'm recording because I have another camera. I have my phone set up as a webcam. And if it picks my phone, then there's gonna be no sound because it doesn't use my phone. So let's see. A culture thing. Oh, politeness and manners is cultural. Yeah, I guess it is. Also regional, I would say. Not everybody has manners. And I dated a guy who didn't even have polite man manners. He was my age. And nobody ever taught him, you go to the restaurant, the ladies go first. You walk down the street, the guy walks on the outside. You the car door thing he did, but to me, I can open a car door. Let me out, help me out of the car. That's more important to me than putting me in the car. Just saying. Unless I'm in really high heels, then I might need help. But yeah, we go to the restaurant and the waitress would say, okay, just right this way. And he would just start walking. I'm like, no, women go first. It's polite. It's just polite. It's been that way forever. If you don't, I'm not into women equality screwed this up for everybody for having people just be nice to each other. Guys don't do that to each other. So they didn't think about doing it to a woman to be nice, make her feel special. Why not? We can make our men feel special. Yeah. We know how to do that. Happy wife, happy life. Oh, you have a timer for your garlic? Are you roasting it? I love roasted garlic. We used to go to a buffet and they had roasted garlic, and I would get the roasted garlic, the salmon, and the red onions and put it on little toasts. It was so good. Oh, so good. So now with air fryers, you can just roast your garlic in your air fryer, put it in some foil and stick it in there. And oh, it's perfect. Let's see. Chuck, your grandma put colored stickers on everything when she was 70. She lived another 15 years. Yeah, my grandma did that. She put names on the back of things for people she wanted to have stuff. And she had never gotten rid of anything. My dad's mom, she lived to be 94, and she lived in her own house. She signed it over to her kids. She had 3 kids, but with the stipulation she was able to live in it until she died, because her family got kicked out of their house when one of the people died because it was left to the kids and they kicked the woman out. So she said, no, I don't want to live in my house. So they let her stay there. My dad took care of her. They couldn't retire until she was gone because they wanted to move away and they couldn't do that. So let's see. Megan's family discussed what things people wanted, telling something. If you would like, can help them when someone downsizes or yeah, it does. It does help. I also saw a book that you can buy, and the front of it says, "This is your problem now," and it's your last will and testament. You write all your information in it. This is your problem now. I thought that was great. That's great. That'd be perfect for me and my son here, because he won't listen to me. I tried to tell him, if you need a 4-digit password, it's going to be this. If you need a 6-digit password, it's going to be this, because some of the stuff needs that. So if it's a 6-digit password, I use a certain number. And I told him that because he's going to need one to get into my computer. And everything's in the computer. So, hello, pay attention. You're going to need it. If I'm gone, it's because something happened. And I wasn't prepared for it. So you're going to need to get into this shit. And if you need, if I die, go clean out my bank accounts right away. Take all my money out. There's the pin. Get the money out now so you have it. Otherwise, they hold on to it. They lock your accounts. You got to do that stuff. You got to be ready. Your grandparents did inventory when they moved Colorado to Indiana and settled properties. They gave the kids what they wanted. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. My grandma had things so long that there was things that were like collectibles, and my sister-in-law at the time was really into that stuff. So all the other family had already come and taken things. So I took her over there with me to look at things because she had an eye. And usually if it was ugly, it was very valuable. Yeah. So I have a couple things that I decided to keep that aren't the prettiest, but they're probably the most valuable. Yeah. Sometimes the women are better at it. I do. I keep a list of passwords in my phone, in my memo section on my old phone. My new phone doesn't have that. So if I want to, sometimes I have to carry both phones with me so I can get into my passwords. And if I change them, I have to write them down. I have to change it in my memo list because, oh my God, you know how many websites and how many accounts we have? Insurance, pharmacy, food places. Oh my God, games. So many. And you're not supposed to use the same password for everything, right? How many of us do that? Let's see. No on garlic. Garlic is growing. I've been breaking down. Oh, okay. Hi, Camille. How are you? What you going to work on tonight? Uh-oh, Nightbot's being snarky to Linda. Tina says your family knows when you go, all your art supplies need to be given to Hafner. Oh, that's nice. I have a feeling if I go and still have all this stuff, I think they're just going to lock the door and walk away and let somebody else deal with it. Who would want to deal with all my stuff? It's like a storage unit. If you decide you don't want it, just don't pay for it. And eventually they auction it off. Just leave crap in it. But then that ruins your credit. So you can't do that either. So I don't know. Unless you know you're going to die or something, I guess. I don't know. I am truly thinking of the jails that need the yarn for the inmates. Somebody bought a box for me and I sent out a bunch of the yarn that I had bought from. Now, you know how we don't really like Red Heart because it's rough. So I sent a lot of Red Heart. I got a bunch of them back 4 years ago when they were 69 cents. I went to all my Walmarts and got all the yarn. And I still have a lot of that. I don't give that yarn away to people because it's kind of icky value yarn. People, it's not really that great yarn. But the jails, these guys don't care. They just want something to do. You know, they're learning something. It's calming for them. So as I go through my yarn, I'm going to pull stuff out and put bags together to send to the inmates and do that when I do my packages and stuff. Put an extra one together. Let's see. Oh, it's a surprise. Camille's got a surprise night. Drop your channel so everybody can come check you out tonight. I can't wait. And Megan says, as someone that has inherited stashes, stash planning is appreciated. Well, it's all grouped together, all the wools together, all the cottons together, acrylics together in about 20 bags. Well, no, way more than that. I have over a ton now of yarn. Yeah, sorry to say. The last bunch that I bought put me over. But it's all sorted, and it's not all together because it's been sorted several times. Every time I pull stuff out, I put all my cakes together and I put all my wool together and cotton. I don't have as much cotton as I thought I did. I keep the cotton with me because I don't have that much. Only like 2 bags of cotton, wool, and then the cakes, and then the acrylic. And the hanks I keep separate because you got to do something with the hanks before you can even use them. So I always have that separate. But I think I want to make oh, you don't need the exclamation point. I don't have that on mine. And do your weather, Camille. I want to see what it looks like. You're supposed to have some bad weather coming your way. You got to check. Keep an eye on your weather. I watched Ryan, and he said there's like 70 million people going to be affected by bad weather coming across this in the next couple days. So you guys really keep an eye on it. Yeah, I'm using it. I'm really excited. I'm using it. Some of the bags are getting smaller, and I gave away a bunch of prizes, so I got rid of some of it. Let's see. Dallas, 85. Wow. Is it actually warm, or is it just spring-like? Because I know when it warms up here, it's not hot. It's not a hot 85. It's like a spring 85. I know, I saw that. Did you guys watch Creative Grandma's last video? She got like 2 million balls from Premier sent her yarn for these soap sacks. And she got like 300 bars of soap. Oh my God, you gotta watch her last video. Let's see, Phoenix is 65. Wow. Dallas is warmer than Phoenix. I guess it will be eventually, huh? But it's windy. Wow, really windy. That's trash can down the street windy. Let's see, Goshen. That would be, who's Goshen? 62 is nice. Oh, yeah, the storm's starting here. Us in California are getting a storm. Then we're going to get snow in the mountains, and then it's going to go over to Lori. She's going to get it, and then it's going across from there. So I think you guys are going to get it Saturday, the rest of the country. No, she wasn't exaggerating. And they sat there and showed us all of them. That I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. They were quick about it though. But I have my video speeded up, so it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. Oh, okay. Indiana. That's nice. Oh, Monica, I missed you. Hi, Monica. Kaylee, wow. Do you use the fabric too? Do you make things with sewing? One of the things on my to-do list is taking the blankets and doing crochet borders around them. I've got the tools to do that. I bought different kinds of tools for that. 65, 7. Oh, man, you guys are talking now. It's going. It's moving. You don't want 500 people in your chat. How many do I have? 13. That's fast enough. Beaumont, is that Beaumont, Texas? Because I know there's a Beaumont in California too. No, wait, you are California, no? Tina? I thought you were maybe you're California. I don't know. Which Beaumont's it gonna say? That must be California. It says 80 degrees. Let's see. Birch Run. That's let's see. I know I've seen that one before. At least once. Well, then what you do is you take off that they have to be a subscriber. And then you can just make sure you got all your mods in there. And you go vertical. It'll happen. The guys that that I watch, the casino channels, they do vertical lives, and they say they get way more subscribers because they're doing vertical. It goes out to more people because more people do shorts vertical, watch shorts and stuff, and it goes to them. It gets suggested more often. That's what they say. I have mine set for somebody has to be a subscriber for like 12 hours. So I don't really get trolls because it takes too long for them to get to chat. I don't want them in here. That was for you, Camille. Megan says you crochet wouldn't have had a clue about all the specialty stuff back then. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it is Beaumont, Texas. Okay. Did it give you the right one? I don't know because there's lots of Beaumonts. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, Camille, Lori, did you see the pink yarn I was asking about? I kind of decided to hang on to it and wait, but do you have an idea? There's 660 yards here. What could be a suggestion to do with it? I think I'm gonna kind of hang on to it until something says, yeah, use the pink yarn for me. But it's worsted weight and it's acrylic. And it's either bubblegum or Pepto-Bismol, depending how you're feeling at the moment. So yeah, it's really pretty. Everybody suggests using it with a white, which I think is genius. I did start working on my quick and easy project. I've already got 3 people that are done with it. It said it took 30 minutes. Yeah, it's very quick and easy. Let's see. Megan, you leave, you go somewhere with subscriber only. If I can't talk to people, they obviously don't want me around. That's fine. I know a guy that you have to be a member for 5 days before you can chat. I'm like, you think highly of yourself. It is the one way to keep the trolls out. And if people don't want to stay, that's fine. But I am trying to eliminate the people coming in and messing things up for everybody else. And I have a lot of subscribers, and a lot of you I don't see all the time. Ivy and Karen came the other day. I haven't seen them for a very long time because I don't do a lot of chats. They come into my chats. I'm sure people watch the videos and things, but they don't always comment like I don't because I watch on my TV. So you dropped. Oh, black and pink. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about black. Yeah, that would look good. Oh, maybe a sparkle black, a black with other colors mixed in with it. The one with the black with the neon little flecks in it. That might be cool because this is almost a neon pink. Let's see, Boggy Creek blanket. It's acrylic. I also am going to do another hexicardi. I'm going to do a lace granny stitch because I don't like the real heavy ones because I get real hot. You dropped in on a raid with someone else's chat and it was 3 days. I'm not exactly getting that. Correct. And looks like Lori's my only mod in here today. No, Linda's here somewhere. Lori, you better keep an eye on things. I think Megan's going to start causing trouble. She sounds like she's going to. Yeah, Bod has some of those stained glass things, the hats and stuff. Let's see if you guys want to have some fun. If you type dad, if you type fact, you can get some jokes. Oh, I was going to show you. This is the one I made my quick and easy project. It doesn't have, I did back loop, but I don't think I did the right back loop because look at, it's barely even a bump. So I was thinking that, and it was really tight. Oh my God. If this is the, look at that. That fits almost perfect. If this is a cowl, it's going to feel like I'm being choked. So I was thinking about just bringing the top in a little bit and just making an ear warmer out of it. Because I thought I could wear the cowl with my pumpkin hat, but I think I'm going to be just putting, because this fits really good right here because it's tighter. And this, actually, it's almost perfect the way it is if I use it as a ear warmer because I go to places and I get too hot. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put the fur around it, the white fur for like the whipped cream. I was going to put the whipped cream on it and then just maybe leave it like this as an ear warmer because it's more practical for me here than a whole hat or even a neck warmer. So I think that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm almost done with it. Oh my goodness. Well, no, I think I did the wrong back loop. I think I went in the front loop. Well, I'm not sure. When I went around, this was there, okay? So I went in the second one, the one closest to you, and I only ended up with that little bump there. But everybody else that went in ended up with both of those sticking out. So I think that is the back loop. So I'm not sure what I did wrong. Why mine only has a little bitty ridge and everybody else has a big old hunkin' double ridge. Because I know there's a back bump, but maybe I should have gone in the back bump, but that's too much work. Way too much work. My hook is not pointy enough to go in the back bump, which would be this one back here. That would be this one that runs across here. So this is the two that I went in, and I only did the front one, and the back one, I ended up with this little ridge. So, but that's okay. Now it was going around, and it was in a they weren't turning it. Okay, Tina, thanks for coming. If you're tired, go ahead and lay down, rest. I hope you're improving. We're praying for you and keep in touch, okay? Chuck is thirsty, but you don't want to walk to the kitchen. Oh, I know, right? That's why I had kids. All the good it does me now. Pinko, I got your picture. You were the first one done. No, were you the first one done? I think you were my first one. Yeah. She did her quick and easy project. It was fuzzy. She did a fuzzy one. It was very cool. Oh, you're buying a round of drinks. Good. I'll have some what am I drinking? I'm drinking grapefruit soda. I love the grapefruit soda, but I get the zero now. So of course, Linda. It has to be. It has to be something else. It's too tight. I don't know why. I did 6 extra stitches and it was still too tight. It's still a little bit too tight, but it's tight enough to be a hat. So, I mean, I don't want to make a cowl and then not be able to wear it because I'm choking myself. So, Megan's. What do we got? We got wine and martinis and beer and champagne and smoothies and a drink box. That's cool. Oh, you made another one? Well, they're that fast. Deb finished hers too. Black and pink together would look really good. Yeah. I might have something that has some oh, you know what I did get? I got a lot of neon colors from Hirschner's. When I got that Christmas yarn, there was a whole bunch of neon. I just got one of each. I don't know if I have a black with speckles. I might. I hopefully it's here, because if it's not here, I don't know where the hell to find it. I can almost see what I have, but I don't know where it's at. Okay, did I have something else I was going to show you guys? No, that was it. I opened a couple packages. I opened some stuff I got from Temu. My spare metal crochet hooks. One of them looks just like a tulip. I'm going to compare it with the tulip I do have and see if it's the same. If it is, I'm going to go get some more dollar tulips instead of expensive tulips. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shoot. There's a dog under there. I was going to move the blanket and the dog's under there. Okay, sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. This is what I use for the whipped cream, this fur. So I was just going to go put a piece on the top and the bottom just for the headband. I can whip that out tonight. And I'm still working on this. This was one of the quick and easy projects. It was the hearts we decided to do that looked like little butts upside down. And I did not like the way it was flaring out. So I decided I'm going to make a poncho, and I just not been working on this, but I set it over here so that if I feel like working on it, I can. And so I have a really big hook in here for this one. What do I got on this one? This one's a 10 I'm working on. And I'm just doing the red and white together to do the bottom part of the poncho. And it's a really dark red. This is a Premier the Dollar Tree yarn. This is the yarn. This is the yarn that Charlena sent me in our last mystery yarn challenge that I did in the one that Elaine did. I didn't get a chance to finish the project. So I decided to, when I was doing this and I didn't like the way it turned out, I decided to just turn it into a triangle and just make a poncho. It's going to be a very heavy one, so this could be one that I might wear when I'm, going out to get the mail or sitting here and I don't want to turn the heat on. It's not that cold, but yes, millimeter. Sorry. I don't know what the numbers mean. This one's 10 millimeter. This is just a cheap set, I think. So yeah, that was something that I've got sitting here to work on if I feel like it. And my 70s ponchos is sitting over here. I've got that sitting here too. That takes up a whole bag because there's like 7 balls of yarn. I'm actually almost done with it. I'm going to make pom-poms. I did the poncho is from Sarah Satch, and it's supposed to be a wide neck. Do not like the wide neck. So what I did was I built it up and did some solid on it. And so it sort of cuffs over. And then as it cuffs over, I am going to have a tie, I guess, going around it in case I want to tighten it up a little bit. And it's going to have pom-poms on the end of the ties with the matching yarn, which is going to be perfect for 70s, right? A little pom-poms there. And so I did it with a row of, let me see. It is a row of doubles and a row of windows. Yeah, here we go. So it ended up being too wide. it ended up being too white. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? That looks cool on the camera. So I did it a little different than she did. I made each color a section, like a double, a window, and a double, and then a double, a window, and a double. And I did the colors, and then I finished all the colors. There was 6 of them. Plus, I did. I have a variegated that has all these colors in it that I got from Hirschner's, and that's what I decided to do the collar with. So this is really big up here. So that's when I decided I'm going to put like a tie up here, like to cinch it a little bit to make it a little tighter. And then this is gonna like fold over. I'm gonna make it a little bit more longer still. Fold over the top, like almost like a cowl collar. And then the bottom, I'm doing the same colors in solids because I want the bottom to be more solid and not as many holes because it'll get caught on stuff, right, Camille? And so I'm working on the colors backwards. I'm doing the red, the orange, the blue. I'm going to do the green and the gold. And then I'll see how long it is if I want to do anything else. It would look really good with fringe on it, but I'm not sure if I want to do fringe. But yeah, we'll see how long it is when we get the rest of it done. And it's only, I think it's only 2 points. I think I only did it in 2 points. Yeah, only did a front. Yeah, only did a front and a back point. So there's only a front and a back point on this one. So the arms would just be on the sides and it would be flat. So yeah, this is really what it's supposed to look like, this right here. So that wouldn't be too bad because then I think you could still have your arms out to use them and the front and the back will be a little bit longer. But yeah, this is for my Decade Divas. I'm almost done with it already. But that's not all I'm going to do. You know, us performers, we like to have our fun. I'm going to be doing some other stuff too. So, but I just got a hair, I got a hair going on and started working on it. Thank goodness. Because if I waited to the last minute, this would not get done. So I'll be pulling this out to work on it once in a while. Now I have lots of time. Speaking of which, Spoonie Stitcher just did another, her live the other night. She was talking about, I turned it on, and she was talking about her game. And you have till the end of the month to sign up as a content creator to make one thing, anything having to do with the 70s. Or if you think it's related to the 70s, something you did in the 70s, if you're old like me. I was looking at all kinds of things. I was looking at the leather crafts. I was looking at macrame, latch hook rug kits. I was looking at all kinds of things. I was thinking, what did I do in the 70s? I was looking at foods. What did I eat? What were my favorite things to eat? I looked up all that. So I might cook something that we used to eat in the 70s when I was a kid. I might see if I can find a snack that we used to eat when I was a kid. There were some things like when I got home from school, I would eat a whole tray of I call them mini pizzas. They were just little round pizzas, sort of like bagel bites, but it was pizza. It was soft. I'd eat a whole tray for my after school snack. Yeah, I gained a lot of weight. When I was graduated from junior high, I was a size 15, junior 15. So yeah, then I lost weight when I went to high school because I had to walk. Kids don't know what that's like. So let's see. Thank you very much. It is, I do like the colors that I picked. That was the only purchase I made from Joann's, was one of each for $2 to make sure I had all the colors that I wanted so that I didn't have to look for them. And I'm probably going to make something to match. I might make a hat or a bag. I'll probably make a bag. I might make a boho granny bag to match it. That would be perfect to match it, because that's what they used to do back then. It's called boho, I guess. So 10 is an NP. Yeah, I got a bunch of those in my drawer. The furls, but this one, I don't know. The resin with the real big stuff, if it's tight, I have trouble with it sliding. So because I'm using the 2 strands, I decided to go with the metal instead of the resin because it slides a little easier. And this is a little pointier. The furls is not this pointy to get through the stuff. Sorry, Cujo. Let me move it. I'm disturbing my dogs. It's their nap time. They're usually napping right now. So let's see. Chuck has an entire ensemble for the Decade Divas. Oh, good. Good. Is that something you're going to wear? You already have it? That would be great. I might go to some of the thrift stores and look around and see. Bell bottoms, wide leg pants were really big. Oh God, it would be great if I could find a pair of dittos in my size. Dittos used to make my butt look really good when I was smaller. I had a pair I really liked. I wore a size 9 then. They were in a 9. Yeah, it was when I went to high school. Then I got a boyfriend who thought I was fat because I wasn't a size 1 or a size 2 like the other girls. Yeah, boys mess your head up, don't they? Hi, Deb. Thanks for coming. I thought it was early enough. Maybe some different people could show up that don't normally get to come to the lives. The poncho looks really nice. I read typo. It's okay. Chuck's doing crochet, macrame, and leather. Oh, wow. You're doing what? You're going to have to tell me. I don't know. You can email me if you want. What did you find to do for your leather? Because I bought some little macrame kits off of Temu. I think they're like keychains in the colors of the 70s. So I've got those over there. I'll probably put those together. And I was thinking about food. If I could find some cereal, because cereal's always been really big. What did I eat in the 70s for cereal? When you used to stick your hand in the bottom to get the prize? What was that? What was that cereal that I used to dig in to get the prizes out? I know Trix was always one of my favorites. My brother would sit and eat a whole box of Cocoa Puffs. A whole box of Cocoa Puffs. He ended up with kidney stones. No surprise there. But he was older than me. He was like 9 years older than me. So he also worked at In-N-Out. He had a job at In-N-Out. Yeah. We weren't such a fan back then because it just was not that big of a deal when I was young. Honeycombs. Sherry, my mom's favorite cereal was honeycombs. Yes. Pinko, I was thinking of Fringe. I'm not a real fan of that much work. But I might be able to sit here and make Fringe. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think Fringe would be easier or tassels? With tassels, I have a tassel maker, and let's see. Lori's is a secret. Some people are making a secret. This is not the only thing I'm going to do. I've got decorations and I'm going to dress up, and I'll probably make it a whole week thing because I'm going to do more than just that. I'm probably going to cook something that we used to cook, and maybe do some tastings because I have plenty of time to find the food. It's still out there somewhere, and it's probably original because I see other people do it. They buy it off of eBay, old food, and then they eat it. So I'm thinking about going on eBay to see if I can find certain things from the 70s, maybe try to eat it. Give you guys my phone number in case something happens to me. Oh, bell bottoms. Yeah, that was big. That was big. Yeah, the dittos pants, bell bottoms. Let's see, my sister was more 60s. She was she was older than me. So when did she graduate? Her and my brother graduated in the 70s. So they were in high school in the 70s. So my sister was in high school during the 70s. And I remember her wearing white eyeshadow. It was white. This stuff came back. You remember? The white lipstick, the shiny white lipstick, that white eyeshadow. This stuff was all popular a few years ago. I know, doesn't it? Exciting. In your mid-30s, you wore a size 2. That's ridiculous for my height and build. I look at my pictures from then and think, wow, I looked unhealthy. Yeah. I got down to a size 7 once, and I had so many bones sticking out all over. I thought, oh my God, I don't want to do that. It was horrible. Because I have larger bones. It's my genetics, and I'm not supposed to be a size 5. Now, according to your height and weight, when I had my weight loss surgery and everything, they say this is your goal weight. Well, for my height and weight, for my height, yeah, but not for my lifestyle. If I got down to 145, I would be a small. I would look like a skeleton. It just would not work. When I was my smallest, I was 165 and I could wear a medium. And that's not sustainable for me. Not at all. I need to have something sustainable, and I'm almost back down. I'm down under 200. And if I can get down to like 175, I'd be a large, and I'd be happy being a large because that's probably more sustainable, 175, 180 with my lifestyle. I just have to keep the food out of my face. That's all. Yeah. I mean, Megan, 170, anorexic. Oh my God. That doesn't sound skinny, but it can be on the right person, right? I'm not tall. I'm 5'4", but I've got bones. And because of my job, I have a lot more muscle. So muscle weighs more. Have you ever seen your mailman's calves? They're the ugliest things you'll ever want to look at. Yeah. Look at them sometime when they're wearing their shorts. They have ugly legs because of the walking, the muscle build, where they build their muscle. I have very dense muscle, and so I weigh more. When I'm at work, my heart rate, I watch it, I wear my Fitbit, my heart rate's at like 134, 140 almost all night long for my job. That's unheard of. I asked my doctor once, is 145 a high heart rate? Yeah. I go, well, is that why I almost passed out? Probably. I go, well, that's how it is all night. That's how I'm working. That's where it is. So my heart gets a workout every night. So apparently that's a good thing, supposedly, right? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Chuck at 5'5", 135. That's good. That's a good size, actually. I go more by clothing size than I do by the BMI because BMI is full of shit. Just saying. Because there's so many factors involved. BMI is too generic. It doesn't fit everybody. So I go by my size. And every 13 pounds is a size. If I lose 13 pounds, I drop a size. I just lost 13 pounds and I was getting up to a 2X because stuff was getting tight. So I'm back down to an extra large now. 13, 15 more pounds, I'll be at a large. And that's probably where I would like to stay, where I feel comfortable. I can still go do things. I can bend over. I don't fall over. I haven't fallen down a lot since I lost those 13 pounds either. Yeah, sometimes you just get to a spot and it's like, oh, you can't do it. You can't go move anywhere else. And watching some of the food people and exercise people, they say that the people that exercise a lot and a lot and a lot, sometimes you got to pull that back a little bit. Let your body rest and let it repair, and then let it reevaluate what it wants to do. So, and if you drink too much, if you eat salt, your weight goes up because you retain water. I just think that's the last few days I've been eating too much salt. And so I've been retaining some water, that goes up. Yeah. The walking, I take the dogs out. When I got here, I took them out a lot because I felt guilty because they were inside all the time. I don't feel guilty anymore because they're really old and they don't need that many walks. I do, but I work. And I decided watching what I do at work, it counts as exercise. Because they say, oh, what you do every day doesn't count. Yes, it does. It counts. Don't let nobody tell you it doesn't count, because you are moving. If I exercised every day, they would say that counted. So why not working every day? That counts too. So if I do 10,000 steps at work, that counts as being exercising that day. Wow, you have a weight vest to garden. That's cool. And Pinko, you take walks in the evening. That's nice when it's nice. And I know Camille says she gets up and she goes out and walks, and she's got some property. Even though there's people there, she can still walk around her yard, I guess. I have I this is a very big walking town, Salt Lake, because it's a college town. Mostly college towns have a lot of transportation and places to walk, because students walk. They don't own cars a lot. I'm just saying a lot of them. Some of them are traveling from other countries and things, and they don't always have a vehicle. So there's scooters around, there's bicycles around, a lot of transportation around in this town. And so you can take a train to a place where you can get off and go walking. I went up to one of our botanical gardens, and I walked up there one day. I'm like, oh my God, this was so fun. And it was beautiful. And I took some pictures, and it was really nice. Hi, Sandra. Welcome. Yeah, I know, Pinko. It's always nice. Stop bragging. Stop rubbing it in. I'm not there anymore. It is nice almost all the time, except you're going to get some rain. Just letting you know, it's coming. You walk a lot when your husky is home. If he's at the other house, you don't get the walking in. Huskies have a lot of energy. My kids have those, but they're so entertaining too. Oh my gosh. They're very entertaining. They talk, they have personalities, they get attitudes. They're very fun. I wanted to get one of them little ones, those little Pomskies, the Pomeranian Husky. I wonder if it has as much attitude as a big one, because that would be adorable. A Pomeranian with an attitude. Oh my God, that would be fun. You could have an argument with your dog and it would know exactly what you're saying. That would be so fun. Let's see. Did I have something else I was going to show? Not really. I think I showed you guys everything. I do have this one thing I can ask you about. Oops. I made this with one ball of yarn, and I only have one ball of yarn. I don't have another ball of this yarn. This was the Hirschner's, I guess, the Christmas yarn, but it was the blue, white, and silver Christmas yarn. And I did it corner to corner, and this is as far as it got. So I just stopped. And I don't really do shawls, but I was thinking about finishing it the other side in a different color. And I was thinking just a white sparkle on the other half would look very cool. But I have to find one that has silver in it, because this is a silver thread in it. The what do they call that? The tencel? Stellina. I think, is it the Stellina? So I was out looking for that, and I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't Big Twist, because we don't have that anymore. Yeah, I was going to do the other half just a solid, but I was thinking the white would look the best. Come down. Or it doesn't have to have the silver in it. I guess I could just use a regular white. But I don't know. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it has the sparkle in it. You can see that a little bit. But it's, it's not dense, it's open. But I think, yeah, this would be really nice if I made it just went down the other way in another color. So thank you. This worked up really nice. The from the beginning. I have some of these in other colors. I just bought one of each. And apparently this is as big as it gets in a corner to corner, which is perfectly fine. But look at the drape on that. It won't even, because it's so loose. This was just a double crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the loop. Oh, I spilled coffee on it. I'm gonna have to wash it. Hi, Michelle. Oh, you're fine. Just go watch the replay. I showed all my stuff. You can see what we're doing. You're fine. Sometimes people just show up when they find out. That's why if you guys turn on the notifications, you'll know. I don't go online that often, but I thought I was available, so I thought, well, I'll go early before everybody else does. And then people who normally don't get to go to the lives can come in early, see what's going on, and find out about everything else. So, Michelle, drop your channels, right? Drop. And she's got some stuff going on. You can go over and check out her channel if you don't know about Michelle. She also lives here in Utah with me, and she was part of my Mystery Yarn Challenge when I was doing it. And she does a video every week, and she's going to be doing a collab with Lori, teacher Lori. And she did one with me this month. It's not done yet. You could do something for Pi Day. Pi Day is tomorrow. And we have a collab going. You make something PI or something PIE and send her a picture of it and participate in our Pi Day. It can be anything. You can make a real pie if you like. You could make maybe you could just eat a pie. That might be fun. Just eat a pie. I might do that. It's okay. You can steal my idea. Doing something PIE, I think, is easier than doing something PI. Make a pie coaster. I made a pie hat. Oh, it's over there. But you can see that we did a video live on Monday, and send Michelle the pictures, and she's going to put together a slideshow and show everybody's pies that they made. And Lori's still working on hers. She's got a video going, and then she's going to submit. Lori, are you going to have a picture to submit for the pie reveal video? Oh, good. Michelle made another one. Did you knit it or crochet it, Michelle? Oh, good. Okay. Because I know you do stuff big, your hand hurts, but maybe doing small stuff. Hey, you could do my quick and easy project this week. It uses fat yarn. You have some random fat yarn you don't know what to do with. It doesn't use very much. And I ended up just making a headband because mine was very small. If you have a big head, this needs to have more chains on it. Yeah, just saying. I don't have a huge head, but Lori, if you have a little head, this might be perfect for you. So this is going to be a headband with whipped cream on it, Michelle. I'm going to put whipped cream around the edges. I was going to do a cowl with whipped cream to match my hat, but it's too small. Yeah, make sure you try it on if you're going to make the quick and easy project. Let's see. We have Camille's coming on tonight with a surprise. And we have some other collab things going on. Me and teacher Lori do something on Tuesday nights. We're never quite sure till the weekend what we're going to work on because it depends. Usually she has more going on than me that has a deadline. So I ask her what she's working on. If she needs to, like that blanket, she really needed to finish that blanket. And she did. I think she did finally. Didn't you finish it? Were you going to still put names and dates or something on it? But, oh, I didn't see the video. You put one up today. I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to watch it. And then we have Hooker vs. Hooker this month. I picked the project, and I chose something on or under the water. And the colors are black and gold, New Orleans Saint colors, and green, white, black, gold, green, white, and purple. Those are the 5 colors. And I saw somebody advertise, that's not competing, that she's going to make an anglerfish. And it's going to have the little thing sticking out with the light on it. And it's going to be very cool. So if any of you guys want to participate by making something above or under the water, you can. And you can send a picture to, I don't know if it's Jan or Laura, one of them, of what you make. Or if you're a creator, you can show it on your channel. But yeah, I picked the project. And so that reveal is going to be the first week in April, I believe. And Laura won the last one. Yeah, she made a wall hanging. It's very cute. It had a frog on it. Very, very cute. That's twice she's won. So she's on a roll. She may win again. We'll see what she comes up with. And let's see. What else? Lisa from Happy to Hook has a movie calendar. A movie poster that is... Do I have that project? I do. Oh. Okay. She has the movie poster from The Sound of Music. And it has a lot of blue sky and green grass and yellow and white. And I made this granny square from my Quick and Easy project. So I said, oh, I got blue. So I did the yellow around, and I didn't do the whole thing in granny. I did one granny and then the rest solid. Then I did a row of blue window stitches. So what my plan is now is to go around and do a shell or a fan in each of these window stitches. Like do 4 or 5 double crochets, maybe a half double or a single or something to make it kind of shell out in each of the holes around the border, and that'll be finished and submit that to her for her poster, for her Sound of Music poster. I was going to do that in white, so it'll be the 3 colors of her poster. And the other one is, I think, Judy has a butterfly, and I know some of you are doing that. I don't participate in the butterfly, but I hear all of you talk about it all the time because butterflies are beautiful. And so the colors are probably just amazing. And there is things we're making Thursday, where this month is coasters. So people have been making coaster pies. Yeah, they submitted it for Pie Day, and they're making coasters. So they can participate in too. Michelle's is participating in the butterfly. I know there's a kaleidoscope. Coco's Crochet has a gemstone of the month. I remember seeing that and I thought, oh, I want to do that, but I can't do so many. I can only crochet so fast. You can see I have stuff sitting around that I haven't finished yet too. I got to dig some of that stuff out. And I know there's some more. If you guys know of any that you're playing, at the very beginning, Chuck was talking about some stuff she was making, or Jennifer's doing one. Be Hooked has an entrelac blanket. I saw a guy do a video on it saying that didn't work for him, so he changed it to a corner to corner because the stitches were so tight. He was struggling just to get it in, and the project wasn't fun for him anymore. And he did not like the way it was blocking, or the color was color working. And that's the only video I've seen of his. And I'm like, I like him. I got to subscribe to him. I got to go back to my history and find out who he was. I don't know who he is, but I liked his video. So I've got to go subscribe with him. And so he switched it to a corner to corner. This is the one that B Hook is doing where you mail it in yourself. She doesn't have anything to do with it, but you send it in on your own to the place. One of you mentioned it, I think, up earlier. I think it was Jennifer. So, yeah, Coco's Crochet, she had one. And I think there's stuff going on with K&K Crochet is having the Hexicardi crochet along. That's not there's no deadline on it except later on this year. That's the one I did. I had finished that early. I'd always wanted to do one. And Dana from Wanderlust Crochet put out challenges for, she named people, but any of you could do this. Things that you've never started, but you've always wanted to, like dream projects. Put up a video of like 4 dream projects you'd like to work on, that you'd like to make. It's the someday I'd like to make this. And she did. And the stuff she put up was so intricate. I would never even dream of making one of them. Never would have done it. Yeah, I know. I go every once in a while, I don't see somebody and I go look at their channel and I'm not subscribed anymore. I'm like, why? You know, when I go on the TV, I go to home and then it has all these videos going across. And most of it's stuff that I've already subscribed to. It's mostly people that I watch, and it's the stuff that's being recommended to me. But then there's some weird stuff. One time I went and listened to something to help me fall asleep. Now I have 10 different channels showing up in my recommendation list. I'm like, really? It's so annoying because there could be so much better stuff up there to recommend to me than that stupid stuff. So I just go in there and say, don't recommend this channel to me a lot. I wonder if somebody says, don't recommend this channel to me, if that affects their channel. I don't know. If that gives it like a knockoff from being recommended to other people. So if somebody does that to us because they're not into crochet, or they don't like the way we look, or they don't like what we're saying, or something about our channel, and they say, don't recommend this to me, does that affect us being recommended to other people? I wonder. That's what happens, Michelle. And so then I'll go down, I do that, I go up to the top home, and then I go across and look and see what's up there, and then I go down to the subscribed list and go look and see what the people I subscribe to have done to save it to my watch later. And it's usually all the same videos. Like if the weather's in there more than one channel, I just pick one. I don't need to see it twice. I just find the most current one and pick that one. And certain things in the news, local stuff, I sometimes will watch because I want to know what's going on around here, because it's a smaller town than you think. Coming from California, it's like things that happen really aren't that close to you. You don't feel connected to them usually because it's such a big place. Just 30 or 40 minutes away, it's like a whole different state. It's not like it's your neighbor at all. But here, something 20 or 30 minutes away, yeah, it's like you could know that person. It could be your neighbor. It affects us. It's much more close knit than it ever was in California. It's crazy like that. Oh, that's true. Watch history would be better, huh? Because then because it would recommend from your watch history. That makes sense, Megan. Yeah. I usually will watch this stuff. It's really nice to know what's going on in other areas around here too, because it is kind of close, way closer than you think. Yeah, my watch later list usually, actually, I'm cutting down on it a lot because there's I'm spending more time on it. It used to have like 1,000 videos on it. I'm serious. Not as much, but I'm watching a lot more ghost stuff. Ghost stuff, people mysteries, people that were missing and now they were found, people that are still missing and never been found. Forest, the new one is the North Oregon, missing people in Oregon or murders in Oregon. Those kinds of shows, they're interesting. It's stuff that happened a while ago. A lot of the stuff happened in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s before a lot of technology and DNA. So they're solving some of these things now, which is amazing. But yeah, they are. There was even some people that were missing in the 50s that they just found their car in a lock and dug it up, and they found them. They were in it. They had fallen, drove into the water, and they thought nobody knew what happened to them for like 60 years, 70 years. So yeah, I watched a couple shows about that. That was very interesting. Yeah, the hard part about this stuff is watching the ghost stuff when I'm going to bed. Yeah. And I watch it and I leave it running sometimes just to have the noise, the playlist. And sometimes something will be on and I'll be listening. I'll wake up and I'll hear something. It's like in my dreams. I have some weird dreams about neighborhoods and driving into neighborhoods. And I kept having this one recurring dream about this old house. And this old house was haunted. And there was rooms in this house. It was like a tree house with all these passageways and all these weird things. And there was, I had stuff. I had a storage unit. I had stuff stored in this house, which, it had to be true, right? And so, and the house was falling down and crumbling, and I had to move out of the house. What to do with my stuff was, fantasy mirrors true life, right? Yeah. And then so I left. I mean, this is not even over just one dream. This is over several dreams and going back to the same place. And then I go back to that neighborhood and that house, and somebody else bought that house. And I'm like, but you can see the trees growing into the house, and the roof isn't on. There's openings. I wonder if they found what was up in the attic. And oh my gosh, it was some of my dreams are like movies. They're just so fun. Oh wait, I'm not sure. The pattern didn't work for what pattern? Was that the guy doing the interlac for Be Hooked? I didn't see you comment about that. Did you see his video too? No, I did not see. I just went back up. I didn't see a comment. Oh, yeah, Michelle. Somebody on. So you need to watch the Kim Russo celebrity ghost stories. Okay, you have the celebrity ghost stories, and then Kim Russo goes back with these celebrities to the houses where they had their incidences at and helps them resolve what happened. And that is the most interesting thing, because they tell you what the incident was. A lot of times they were on Celebrity True Ghost Stories when it was running, and that's how they get in touch with Kim, or the producers get in touch with them if they want to go back and resolve it, and they do. And one guy wanted to live in a haunted house. He did, and he manifested it. He had ghosts in his house, and some people have had seances in the house, and it's opened up to let spirits in, and they stayed. They never left. And it's so interesting. And then Kim talks about it. Sometimes she talks about what's there and they can get rid of it, release it. It's somebody in pain, or it's somebody that wasn't able to cross. That's if you guys believe these things. If you don't, then just never mind what I'm saying. But it's to you guys, it may be fantasy. Other people may believe it. So just, we're not controversial. I'm just saying these are the shows and what they're talking about. Urban Farm Boys. Oh, I don't know if I have a boy hook. Is that the one that's kind of pointy? Maybe that was one of the problems because he couldn't get his hook through the thing. Megan, the Wineville murders. I used to live right down the street from where that happened. Look that one up. That was right in California where I lived. I would even drive by there after I found out about it. There was a murder. There was a movie made about it. God, what was it? I don't know the name of the movie, The Changelings or the Killing Fields. It was something, but it was called the Winefield murders is what the name of the incident was. Yeah, I lived near there, and then when I found out about it, I'm like, cool, because the street was named Wineville. They left the name of the street Wineville. That was crazy why they did that. I have no idea. Oh, wow. But he was so handsome. That's what everybody says. I have had things happen to me occasionally. Um Random things sometimes that you could probably explain it if you wanted to or not. You can go either way. Sometimes I like to think it's spirit, chastising me or you know, things happen. I have weird things happen once in a while. I had deja vu once 10 years later. I had a dream about something and the same thing happened 10 years later. I was just like, whoa, it blew my mind. Really crazy. And it was really weird. It was a unique thing that would not have normally happened had all these other things not happened. It was really weird. And my I dated my best friend's brother many years ago when I was a young person, and he had a song that was like his song. So, a couple of years ago, it kept coming on the radio, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I tell my girlfriend, hey, how's so and so? Is he okay? Oh yeah, yeah, he's fine. Hear the song again. I heard the song like 4 times. I go, you better check on him. There's something wrong because I keep hearing this song. He ended up having lung cancer and dying. But yeah, it was weird. I was not involved in his life anymore, but his song kept coming on the radio, which is it's an old classic song that you normally don't hardly ever hear. And then sometimes my mom has a favorite song or a favorite movie, and I'll hear a song from that, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's reminding me. I had an incident happen once when I went to a graveyard. I went with my kids and we were walking around. It was snowing and we were looking at stuff, and we were she was looking for one specific place, a grave, and we brushed the snow off of one, and it was the name on it was Wolf, and I heard a wolf howl right when I brushed it off. That was kind of spooky. Yeah, you got to be careful what you wish for. They might not all be good. They might not be family either. They could be somebody they say that when you're scared, the scared, this is what they say in the people in the shows that I watch. If you're scared, energy attracts, if you're weak and you have fearful energy, it attracts people that want to take advantage of you in the spirits. And they can influence your moods and your thoughts, your environment. You're a product of your environment, and I guess if you have negativity in your environment, it's not always a good thing. I find coins. um I always say thank you when I find a coin. I say thanks, and I pick it up and put it in my pocket. The boy hooks are pointier than the other ones. I don't have any. Maybe that's one of the things. Really, because I know the ones I went through my whole thing to look for pointy hooks for that thing I was working on. I didn't see anything pointy. I do have a lot of Susan Bates. I do like them, but they are not good for splitty yarn because of the sharp hook. It grabs strands instead of the whole thing sometimes. And this orange yarn is very splitty. It's sort of almost like that cheap craft stuff we used to use when we were kids. It's just really loose wound. It's wound loose, like some people. See, Michelle's grandpa used to sing pennies from heaven. Now, if you find a penny, yeah, yeah, say thank you. Every time I've gone to a psychic or been to a reading, a group reading, I go once in a while if I see an advertisement for one. Hi, Helix. Welcome. We Stitchcraft. Just your bag. Just we summoned her. We must have summoned her. Every time I've been to one, I went to one in Hawaii. I've had them all over. Everybody says my grandma, my mom's mom, is my guide, the person who watches over me. And I keep wanting to ask her if she gets tired of watching me. I don't want to work that hard when I die. It's a lot of work. I hope I get somebody easy. I'm sure they've changed over time. If you watch your hooks are 20 years old, but your boys are pointier, the Susan Bates. Um, Bod has shows where she buys lots of hooks off the internet, and then she goes through and looks at them and looks for old ones and stuff. Those are very interesting to see what she gets. She gets a lot of old ones, and she shows on them how to tell. She'll show you if it's an old one or a new one, if it was imported from another country back when it was. It's very interesting. Now, my girlfriend's mother was really, really into hummingbirds. And so I figure if I ever see a hummingbird, it might be her. But one time I've heard people talk about dragonflies being a thing, butterflies and dragonflies. And I went fishing once and a dragonfly landed on my fishing pole and it wouldn't go away. And I'm like, okay, who's bugging me? Who's bugging me? I don't know. Every time I have things happen, sometimes the white butterflies remind me of my grandmother. She had really white hair. So when I see the little white ones flipping around, I figure it's her trying to get my attention, tell me straighten up, do what you're supposed to. You know, and it's just, if you don't believe in these things, that's fine. Everybody believes in something. There's I know flat earthers. I go to a woman who talks to an animal psychic. She tells me what my dogs are thinking. It's entertaining, if nothing else. Okay, but I'm very open minded to a lot of things. I don't mind looking at things and learning about things, and then I make up my own mind. That's always how I've been. I don't want somebody to tell me what to think or what to say or how to think. I want to tell me what it's about, and then I will tell you if I want to believe it or not. That's kind of my opinion of that. Does anybody have bees? Do you think anybody comes to you as a bee? Because we don't like bees. You mean the hook part where the stuff goes in is shallow? I like ice cream cones. I like those ice creams that Camille eats, the Magnums. My mom used to have ice cream in the freezer, and she'd have one every night. I get the Ben& and Jerry's when it's on sale, and I eat about a half a pint at a time. Then I put it back, and then I wait till it's all frosty and icy, and I throw it away. Then I don't eat as much. Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. You know what I'd like last time I went to a group reading, I had her read my dogs. But I would like, I know more people now that have passed. I've had a lot of I really shouldn't talk about it. A lot of people I've dated have died. I don't think it was me. I really don't. I think I just paired up with people that had problems. But I think I'm a fixer. I try to fix them, and I don't think it worked. So, yeah. But next time I want to see if she can bring in anybody because my mom's gone now, my dad's gone. I'm wondering if she can pick up anything from that. I would be curious. They do group readings once in a while here at some places. Sometimes, yeah, we don't want to know. But they say when you have a baby, somebody usually comes. Somebody in the family will usually come to watch them. You'll feel something maybe. Some people just don't feel it. I don't feel anything. I'm like I hear things, the radios, songs on the radio. I don't I don't walk into a place and say, "Oh, the air's heavy." I don't feel that stuff at all. Oh, the other part. That would be the bottom, right? Wow. So they were just hanging around waiting for your grandma. That's nice. It's not, sometimes it's comforting to think that this stuff might be real because it makes things not as scary. I mean, the same thing would be if you believe in God and heaven and stuff. It's the same kind of thing. It's just a little different. People are comforted knowing they're going to be with God, and other people would be comforted knowing their family's going to be there. I guess it's just what you find the most comforting, your belief. But then again, my son heard an air hole in my car. I couldn't hear it. So there could be things going on I'm not aware of because I just don't know what I'm listening for. My car that wasn't working had an idling issue. Well, yeah, there was a little hole in one of the pipes or the tube things, hoses. That's it, a hose. So it was sucking air. Well, I couldn't hear it. He could hear it because that's what he does for a living. But so this stuff like her feeling that the air is heavy, it could be, but I don't know I would know what I was trying to feel to know if the air was heavy, and it could be. I don't know. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Chuck. Hi, Michelle. I didn't see you pop in here. Um, no, I'm probably not going to have that on this one, but Michelle, drop your channel again or type your can you type your email? Will it let you? Hi, Izzy. I hope you're feeling better now that you got your meds. Wow. I'm sure she was there for her a lot of the time. Oh, let me see if I can see it. Okay, there's your channel. I did not see the email, but I think I know what is. Isn't it just so magical Michelle at Gmail? There you go. Just copy that and paste that. Are you going to send her a pie? Are we going to get another pie? I hope so. I can't wait to see the video. If you need any help with that, Michelle, let me know. I don't know what platform you're going to use to make the slideshow. You can use Canva for free if you'd like to do that. It's really fun. Excuse me. Some reason when I cough, my dog jumps through the roof. I do not know why. It hasn't always been like that. Oh, good, Michelle. You made turtle pie. Awesome. I was thinking I have time to make another one, but I don't know. Maybe I could do a cherry pie. An open faced cherry pie. I don't want to do crust. Oh. Okay. I got an idea. I got an idea. I'm going to make. Okay. Oh, Chuck. What platforms do you have? You can make a video on your phone. You can just do the video thing on your phone, up and down or sideways. Do a little video, and then you can just upload it from your phone to YouTube. You can do that. You don't have to be in the video. You can just record whatever it is you're looking at. Or if you have a computer, you can use a browser. I use Zoom on mine because I did that for COVID. We did Zoom things for painting, so I learned how to use it. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be in it. You can just do the video thing on your phone and video whatever it is you want it to look at, and then just do the plus sign on YouTube, put it up. Now, I don't know if they have restrictions on channels for putting up videos. That I am not aware of because I'm only no, I'm talking too much, Izzy. When I talk too much, I get a little drainage in my sinuses, and yeah, and it makes me cough, and then the dog gets all freaked out. I just bought an overhead from Amazon. I didn't want one on the floor. I wanted one that attaches to the table, and it has 3 parts. It has like 3 parts, so it can go in different angles instead of just the 2. I noticed that's a big difference. Yeah, I noticed a big difference in the 3 because it has way more position options than just the 2. So if you get a chance to get one with more than 2 arms on it that move. And I got it so that if I put it face down, I can see the back of the phone instead of having to look around it, that the phone will sit on top of it, and the front facing camera or the back face. The back facing camera will go down, which is the good camera, the better camera lens. And then I can see what's going on because you just need a little spot where the camera goes to look at the stuff. But you want to see what you're looking at on the back. So that way, because Camille said she had trouble seeing around her camera or her phone. So I thought, well, I want to make sure I can see the back of it. So I got one where I can put it in that way. And I did try it out. I tested it once to see if it worked, and I found out how I found out how it would work. Oh, Chuck, the biggest advice I can give you is if it says, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Just say no, because that means something bad's going to happen if you do that. Just saying. Yeah. You just figured out how to explain. So you have top of the hook, the inside of the hook, and the bottom of the hook. The bottom of your boy hooks are shaped like the top of your... Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make that so complicated. InShot. I did try that once. I liked the way that it took the spaces out. I thought that was very cool because it speeds up the video a little bit. But I don't like the way it looks jumpy with the stuff taken out. I don't know. I would take some of my old videos and run it through there just to see what they turned out like. But I might do that a couple times on some stuff. I don't make shorts very often, but some of my stuff ends up short, and I guess on accident, they end up short. But I don't make shorts for my videos like some of the other people do. That's a lot of energy to go back and look at my videos again. I don't want to do that. But there are some, like when the dog was eating my pizza, that was funny. I could put that up, or sometimes stuff happens. I dropped my chia pudding on the floor. That was kind of funny. Those are the kind of things I would probably want to do a short on. Chuck, I believe so. Look up in your app store InShot. Now, YouTube does have a studio on your phone that you can use also, where you can access the same stuff on your phone that you do in your computer browser for the studio stuff. I think it's for editing and things. Well, yeah, you don't have to be a whole creator. You can be a little creator. Just share some stuff once in a while. That's how Michelle started. She's just sharing little bit of stuff once in a while. But then again, I think she has babies at home right now, so she doesn't have much time. Don't seem to add transitions, but that really helps smooth out the cuts. Oh, okay. Studio phone app doesn't have anything to do with editing. No, but it does allow you to do things to your channel. Like if you want to do customizations and change your upload defaults and things like that sometimes. Hi, Rudy. You're still hanging in there with us? Oh, I'm so glad to know that. Edit the description and stuff. They knew that, Chug. They hear that all the time. And why is your AC coming on? Hello? Oh, wait. You're in Texas too with Camille, right? Aren't you the one that's down there? Maybe that's why. I have an app on my phone. Let me find it. Let me show you. It's fun. I use it. I play with it. It's on my old phone. I didn't put it on my new phone because it's an iPhone, you know. I don't know how to use it that much. I saw a book iPhone 14 for old people, and I think I'm going to buy it. Because I haven't had an Android my whole life, and it does the things I want it to do. I don't know how to find those things on iPhone to do what I want to do. 10 people have told me how to take a screenshot, and I still can't get it to work. Here, I can just pull down the top, and it's got a button I can take a screenshot. This one you use buttons and stuff, and it still doesn't work for me. But I have an app on my phone for Ghost. Actually, I think I have 2 apps. Let me see. I think I put it under, there it is. Make sure my volume's up. You guys can hear the ghosts. This is fun. Sometimes I just turn this on and I let it sit in the house while I'm in here. And the weird thing is, a couple times it's been interesting. Okay, I wanted to show you what it looks like. This right here is what it's called. It's brown right here. It's called Ghost Legacy. Whoops. Oh, no. Okay. It's called GR Legacy, Ghost Radar Legacy. You turn it on, and it has a radar, and it picks up energy in your immediate area. And it'll speak words when it hears some energy. Now, one time I had this on.
Missing.
One time I had this on in the back room. My son was sleeping up in the front room. And this thing started going off, and it said something. He said, "Mom, what did that just say?" And I told him, he says, "I was just dreaming about that." He was having a dream about what was the word that was said on the thing. And a couple times I was playing games, and I had it running, and I was playing games, or I was doing word puzzles or something, and I was asking a question out loud, and the word came up on the thing. So I said, "Thank you." Yeah. It's kind of eerie and spooky at the same time. And I've had people discount it, say it's just at the beginning, it just randomly says stuff that's not real, but I don't know. Once in a while, you'll see dots come on here, and it's supposedly energies, balls of like energy. It's the middle of the day. It should not be saying anything much. You get this thing turned on. You see, those are the balls.
James.
See? Those are the balls. It supposedly is like balls of energy in the area. You can call BS. I just do it with a grain of salt, you know. Sometimes things are coincidences. And if nothing else, it's just a game and it's entertaining. So yeah. Oh, I'm not paying for this thing. It's free. So I'm not worried about it. Magic Yarn Ball says, ask again later. Should you have dinner? Apparently not. If you guys want to know what you're going to have for dinner, type dinner. Oh, Megan's got holes in her socks. Nightbot snitched on you. Oh. Michelle's eating foie gras stuffed meatloaf with miso glaze. Chuck's eating liver and caramelized onion milkshake. Ooh. So yeah, see, there's nothing going on. There was some people walking around, but Yeah, it's a game. It's just a game. But it's fun. Sometimes there's just things that are novelty and whoops, what happened? Oh no, don't open that. No, not that either. Stop. 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 No, I don't want that. Okay. So it's almost dinner time, huh? 6 o'clock. I better let you guys go. Those of you that are going to be doing some more stuff tonight are going to be after there's gonna be some more lives tonight, so you guys get some dinner and then show up. Apparently, Camille's got a surprise. She's not doing what's listed on her live. So, as far as to work with hamburger, ground chicken, or you know what I made? I made chicken pot pie in my crock pot for Pie Day. Um, it was very interesting. There's no dairy. I used broth and I used what chicken did I use? Oh, I used real chicken and I just mushed it up and shredded it. Or you could use canned chicken that's already cooked. If you use real chicken, you got to make sure you cook it longer. But I put a bag of vegetables in, chopped up some onions, and I just left the crock pot going. And then when it was done, I just mushed it up with a potato musher, sprinkled some flour in it, some pepper, and I stirred it. And it was chicken pot pie without a crust. Yeah, it was good. It's like a pot pie soup. So I've been eating that. And I've got some I since we were talking about sauerkraut the other day, I bought pork chops and I'm going to have my pork chops and sauerkraut that my mom used to make. That could be for 70s, huh? And she would do the pork chops in a pan, put sauerkraut on it and brown sugar over the sauerkraut. It makes the sauerkraut sweet. So it's almost like a side dish, I guess. Because, some people eat pork chops and applesauce. So it's sort of like eating pork chops and applesauce, but it's sweet cabbage. But I do mine in the crock pot. In it just soaks. Things you do in the crock pot still end up dry, but I use pork loin chops. So they're not little skinny ones. When you air fry them, they end up really juicy like a steak, the pork loin chops. And I get them at Smith's, like 6 of them for $5. So it's really a good deal. I made biscuits in my toaster oven and the tops always burn. I think I got to put them on the bottom. But I bought biscuits, but I've been eating them for breakfast. Oh, I've never made a rib roast. I always thought that would be fun, but now it's too expensive. I wouldn't buy one. You could do something like that of everything but potatoes or crust. Yeah. Yeah, to bake it, you could bake it. If you get it everything already cooked, you buy frozen vegetables, use canned chicken. I just did, instead of milk, making it a creamy broth, I just added the flour to it so it was a little thicker, but I didn't want milk in it because then it would make me sick. So, yeah. And then I guess you could put the whole thing in the oven and bake it till the biscuits were done. That would work too, huh? Yeah. Biscuits on top would make it seem more like a pie. Yeah. Rice, beans, honey, syrup. Oh, that's good. You can eat on that for a long time. I have stuff in the cupboards that I can eat on for a long time if I decide I don't want anything fresh. But I like fresh stuff. I like having some. I bought 3 pounds of carrots. I was gonna make a carrot pie, but I'm not sure if I want to go to all that trouble. So I might just put them. I have some hot honey, and just cook the carrots in the hot honey. That would be really good. Or put some brown sugar on it. But I bought a container of hot honey and it's good. It just has a little bit of bite on the back end. It's really good. Oh, I was gonna go. That's right. And so then we start talking about food. Gets me every time. One of the things I like to make that my mom made is she takes dried small white beans and she would make, people would call it ham and bean soup, but we didn't have it soupy. We had it thicker, and she would use a ham hock and she would cook it with a ham hock in it, so it would make it kind of smoky, and then she would take the meat off of the ham hock. That's not enough meat for me. So what I take are ham slabs, and I'll take a ham slab and cut it up into pieces. And then I put that in the crock pot after I soaked my beans. I've soaked the beans ahead of time because otherwise my beans end up a little hard. So I soak them first, and then I put them in the crock pot with the ham, and I put other stuff in there. I put some onions in there. Maybe I could, could shred some carrots or something in there, a little bit, not a lot of vegetables. And then it ends up kind of soupy. I could put some stuff in it, thicken it up, and I put ketchup on it. And that's how I eat my ham and beans. It's really good. Oh no, you're weeding the asparagus and you got burrs in your hair. Yikes. Carrots, onions, and honey. Ooh, I have carrots and onions and honey. That sounds yummy. So I'm the chef. Yeah, I guess. I wish I just came up with the ideas, and my husband used to do everything. I came up with all the ideas and then he made everything. I worked and he stayed home, so he did all the work. It was nice. Well, work wasn't that nice, but it was nice having him do everything. But he drank too much. So, good things, bad things. It all balances out. You're bacon, doggy. No, I read typo. It's okay. You're back. Yeah, that's what I had to eat to get it down when I was a kid, ketchup. So I still eat it with a little bit of ketchup. It's good. Dollar Tree sold spicy ketchup. I found a jar of that or a container of that in the fridge. It's really good. I don't know if they still have it, but I like the spicy ketchup. Okay, Rudy, you reminded me I need to go so other people can have a chance. They're going to be coming on and doing their live. And we'll try that hot honey. The hot honey is good too. That'd be good with chicken nuggets and on biscuits. Who do I put it on? Oh, you can use it in your tea? That would be good too. Oh no. Ketchup has a lot of sugar in it. It's overrated. I know, Michelle. When you said you couldn't do corn, I'm like, oh my god, you can only eat real food that doesn't have corn. Nothing that's been pre-made. That's crazy. I like tomatoes, but I don't like hot tomatoes. I'll eat tomatoes like on a burger or a sandwich, but if it's hot, I don't like a hot tomato at all. There is one that doesn't. I buy it and Lori buys it. They've taken corn syrup out of a lot of things right now, Megan. So I think it's one of the natural ones. I got it last time I went to the store, and it's actually pretty good. It's very dark. It's really, really a dark, bloody red. I guess you have to get real cocoa. You would have to buy real cocoa, or is it processed with something? What about stuff that's processed with lye? Could that be a problem? Because a lot of things that are natural, though, and processed as a single item are processed with lye. Wow, I've never thought of cutting out real food, just processed things. But I guess corn is a real food, isn't it? Hmm. I've only ever had like a milk issue, the lactose thing. Aw. I guess we want what we can't have. If you have straight hair, you want curly hair. If you want have curly hair, you want straight hair. So yeah, it's a thing. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye again, and I don't even live in the South anymore. So um, I'm gonna go. Most of you are going to be off making dinner and stuff. So thanks for coming and keep me company. And I'm going to be out there watching you guys later. I'm coming for you. So I'm going to finish up a couple projects. I've got this one and my cowl, my orange cowl. I'll work and finish those two tonight. So that'll be good. That'll be two quick and easy projects that I have finished. And one for Lisa's. That'll be good. So okay, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming and visiting me on my live and all sharing wonderful information. I'm once it gets dark. Is it dark yet? No, almost. I'm gonna put my ghost app on when it gets dark and see what happens if I get more words. I haven't done it for a very, very long time. It's entertaining. Okay, it's entertaining. Sometimes it scares me when it says something because nothing's happening and all of a sudden, boom, it says a word. So, but okay. All right, guys. Thanks for coming and keep me company. This was fun. Okay. All right. I will see you again. Bye.